Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Welcome back, everyone. John Schlumbohm's with us today, Putnam County Commissioner. We're talking a little bit about solar energy. Boy, what a good day to do this. It's very sunny out here today. I like the props you brought along with you today. Well, let's talk about Putnam County. I was mentioning we had a few nibbles, some projects in the works there, right?
We do. We've got one. Blue Harvest Solar is just on the south edge of Continental, and they're a 49 megawatt solar plant, and they are, I believe they got most of their infrastructure done. They may be setting panels shortly, and they're set to go online next summer.
Wow.
And we've got another one that the Powell Creek, which is just on the south side of Miller City, much larger. It's 150 megawatt. And they actually put things on hold for about a year. Now they're supposed to start construction later this next summer. 23. So that one's considerably larger, and they actually have to put in a substation for it. And and we've got nibbles on quite a few others.
Some others coming in. Obviously, the state came down and set some rules up for what the commissioners could do and what power they and what say they had over it. Tell us about your involvement in these projects.
Well, right now the state is only governing the 50 megawatt and
bigger size ones.
Bigger size ones. We are in the process now of adopting some regulations for anything under 50 or anything that the Power Siting Board does not govern. And we're going to be passing those regulations shortly. We're passing those on to the townships. If they want to adopt them, they can. If they want to be more restrictive, they can. Or they cannot be less restrictive than what we adopt. But then we also have 3 townships in the county that are not zoned, and they will abide by those rules that we're adopting for under 50.
Yeah. Obviously, you heard about Allen County obviously had pushback against a solar project here. What's the difference in Putnam County? Is it the size of them? Is it how they're going the process?
I think part of it was, they were just on the edge of Shawnee. Yeah. And that's, it's a pretty populated area down there. And so I know that the Allen County commissioners have adopted some regulations too, which almost makes it prohibitive from putting a solar farm in Allen County, because their setbacks were huge. Yeah. And it'd be hard to find a piece of property big enough where, we still we've got our setbacks and our regulations, and I guess our attitude is we really don't want to tell our farmers what they can and can't do with their land.
Sure.
To a certain extent, we still need some oversight. But, if a farmer doesn't want to put it on a solar farm, and he's right in the middle of a solar farm, that's his prerogative.
Yeah, you mentioned it too. You've got more open area, I think, in your county as well.
And the land, the Miller City one, that's probably some of the least productive land in Putnam County. So that's probably a good place to put that one. But the revenue stream is pretty lucrative from these solar farms. We're operating what's called a pilot, a payment in lieu of taxes, because the generation tax is pretty high.
Sure.
Like American Electric Power and those companies pay for their generation, where this is considerably less, but it all goes to the county, and it's $9,000 per megawatt. So 150 megawatts. That's just north of $1.3 million a year. Yeah. Going into Putnam County's economy.
Do you get any assurances on any energy produced by that coming back to the county?
No, that energy is all sold on the open grid. And I think it's pretty much public now that the Powell Creek is Amazon.
Sure.
Bought that energy.
Yeah.
So, how Amazon wants to be green. So, they're not going to actually run lines from Miller City to an Amazon plant.
Right.
But it goes on the grid, and when Amazon downloads it from the grid, it's what the Powell Creek.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about. 30 years ago, we wouldn't even have thought about this kind of technology, but it's there. Yeah. It's interesting to see it unfold.
Right. Yeah. So it's a good gig for the county.
Wheels are in motion. All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.